Hey YouTube, I just thought I was kind of inspired to do a video. It's like 11:30 at night and I was just in hangout with my SOS, the woman of SOS community on Google Plus. And I just thought, like if it was, someone was commenting today that I didn't make a lot of videos lately and I kept saying I don't feel inspired or I didn't feel like I needed to share anything and nothing has really happened. But when I think about it, a lot has been happening this last week. And I told you guys I was going to share the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. And I think that's one of those times right now is this last week and a half, or I guess week, has not been an easy week, actually. I have really struggled. A lot of things have come up and a lot of realization has actually happened. Not all negative, but there has been a lot of negative. My faith is still growing and I'm still very getting closer to God and learning to turn to Him when I need prayers and when I can't get through something or the urge to do whatever negative behavior is happening. I'm learning to turn to Him for now to get me through, and I've realized it does help. Not just the SOS women of the group, but it does help to reach out. And that's a huge step for me because reaching out anytime I'm struggling is really hard for me. I still struggle to turn to my mom when I know she's there for me no matter what, but I have a hard time turning to her. Yeah, this week has been a lot of doubt, a lot of doubting myself, doubting my recovery. And there's been a lot of couple slips. Definitely last night threw me for a loop. I did end up binging. I guess I've cut it down to I ate supper really early in the evening and then I didn't have anything all night and then by the time midnight hit I was like starving again. Because lately the more I eat regularly, like 2 or 3 meals a day, the more hungry I am. So I guess it's metabolism working, but it just seems like and learning to do healthy snacks. Like, yeah, I went to the chips right away last night because they were sitting on the table after my brother bought me a treat. Quote on treat that he thought I would like. So they were my favorite, but I need to learn to be able to have a few chips or a little bowl of chips and put the rest away and not eat the entire bag. I'm not very good at that. I can do that with ice cream, I can do that with anything else, but I cannot do that with chips and cookies. But I'm working on it. The good news is I didn't purge that binge. I sat with it and actually went to bed. And of course, every time I binge before I eat, before bed, I tend to have horrible sleep. So my sleep was really poor last night. But then all day, up to this point, I had been letting it go and just starting over the next day if I had slipped a little bit. But today it really bothered me. It was not a good day, and then my meds got screwed up because I wasn't able to pick them up. I didn't have a way to get to the pharmacy at the time I needed to go because of other commitments. So I missed I had some of my pills from last night, but I didn't have my full blister pack full of meds for last night or this morning, and it sent me for a tailspin. Even though I took everything else, but I didn't have my antidepressant and my antipsychotic, and literally I missed it by 6 hours. Like I take it at 7 o'clock, and I didn't get it till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But that whole morning, I was beyond miserable. I was grumpy. I was edgy. I was crying. I was ready to get, I was just like, where did this come from? My mood sucked. And then as soon as I got my dose as soon as I possibly could, I got it. And within a couple hours, my mood was perfectly fine and I'm normal again. But wow, note to self, do not miss antipsychotic doses and antidepressant dose. I'm on, what did I say? I am on Paxil, and boy, does that have a short lifespan, obviously. So, yes, that is what I'm on. So I learned that lesson, and then I realizing that um that this road of recovery or whatever this is of good period is an uphill battle. It's not going to be smooth sailing here on out. Like, I didn't come to Christ and then magically be cured of all thought and urge. And I think I was expecting way too much in the last of myself in the last week. And when I had a bad day or had I lost a couple bad days, it was like the end of the world. Like, oh no, I'm slipping, the doubt. And every doubt, every urge came back to me. Like today, I wanted to binge so bad. I wanted to purge so bad. I wanted to use laxatives. You name it, the urge was there. And I was literally struggling big time. But I asked for support of my online friends, and I literally sat with myself and distracted myself by praying and doing some artwork and stuff like that. Just taking time out, being gentle to myself. Because my body image is horrible today. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, oh my god, I look disgusting right now. But I'm trying to not look at the camera. That's why I'm trying to look at the camera, but trying not to, because I try not to look at myself in the face. This is the first time all day that I've actually looked myself. I haven't even looked in the mirror today. I wasn't able to physically make myself look in the mirror today. Yeah, some days I just hate everything about me. And I guess today was one of the huge body image days. And then I realized how much I'm on my own in this battle. I know God is helping me through it, and I praise Him for it, and I thank God that I'm found Him again. But reality is, this, my network of friends here, as in treatment team, is non-existent. My family doctor's not on board with how I'm doing. My psychiatrist is oblivious to all this. So reality is, I'm doing the best I can between me and God, and that's who I'm relying on to get me through this period, because it doesn't look like, I haven't said much on my other videos, but the system here is horrible for treatment. And some of you know I've been on a wait list for 8 years, or close to 8 years, for a treatment program here. And now that I'm at the top of the list, they're giving me the biggest runaround of why not to accept me to the program, because of stupid stigmas and politics. So whether I'll ever get to go is the big question now. And if it doesn't happen, okay. God is closing that door and another one will open. I have faith in that. But it does kind of suck that I'm working so hard for 8 years to make it happen and then be in limbo where not knowing either way. And all it takes is for one person at that place to tell me yes or no. It's a simple yes or no. It's either no, you're going to let me go, or no, you're not going to let me go, or you say yes and accept me. Right now they keep being at maybe, that maybe not, we don't know yet. And that's what they keep dragging out for the last 4 months. So definitely frustration. Yeah, I guess I just realized that I'm not perfect, the system's not perfect, but yet I'm only perfect in God's eyes, is that He loves me, and I am perfect in His eyes. I wish I could see that. I wish I could take God's eyes and see me as He sees me, I guess is the best way to put it. But I can't, and I only see what I see and how I feel, and I'm trying my very best to see it and believe it, and almost fake it till I make it, till maybe one day I will believe that I'm a beautiful person inside and out. But right now it's a struggle. Today's a struggle. I'm glad it's almost over. Tomorrow's a new day. So I'm praising God that in the morning I will feel better and I will have a more positive outlook. And yeah, so I'm even vlogging about my negative crap, and anyone on the journey that whether it's journey with God or whether it's just recovery and you haven't found the relationship with God yet, but just know it's never going to be an uphill battle. It's never going to be smooth sailing. There will be bumps along the way. There will be slips. It's what you do with every new minute is a new moment to change. So yeah, you slip. Okay, the next minute's a new minute, so you can have a chance to start over. But it's hard not to fall in that trap of beating yourself up after you fall and getting up, brushing your off, and to keep going. It's not easy. None of this is easy, and I'm realizing that. I guess I expect it to be simple or easy or clear cut, or I'm always so black and white thinking, like it's either or, yes or no, but there's so much of life in everything that's gray, in every shades of gray, and I hate the gray, to be honest. I don't do well trying to think in the gray area. That balance piece is something I've never found, so that's what I'm working on. So that's just one little update to show you that, yeah, the last videos have been great and they were positive, and yes, but just know there are still hard times and I will get through them with my friends' help and God's help. And I will put the links up to SOS, Sisters of Strength community on Google Plus, or and I will put and see if you want to come out and check us out and support. And that's it. So I hope everyone had a good night, and hopefully you are able to leave comments, questions, tag videos, leave a message, or message me. Love you guys. Night.